All right, today I'm going to show you something really cool. So, a lot of people spend a lot of money on Buyer Bridge or other things to be able to find buyers. Now, this is not as robust as Buyer Bridge because tons of buyers get into that market or into that system, but you're paying at least $500 a month to find these buyers, hoping to be able to get leads from other things. But I'm going to show you another way. I'm going to show you an easier way. I'm going to show you a free way. Now, it's more manual and you got to do some more legwork. But in the beginning, that's what you need. You need to figure out this whole system. You need to know how to get in touch with these buyers on your own without stuff being handed to you. It was not handed to you. You're paying a lot of money, be able to give it to you. And some of those, the numbers don't work. I've reached out to a bunch of people in Buyer Bridge. Either they won't call you back or there's other issues. Not to say all of them are the same way, but you're going to take everything with a grain of salt. And when you're paying $500 a month on something like that, you want to make sure you have your buyers. So I'm going to show you a free way. So let's check this out. All right, so this is North Carolina. So the way to find buyers in any state, the only reason I'm using North Carolina is because that's where I'm out of, and so I use a lot of this for North Carolina. So we're going to go into North Carolina. I'm going to show you how to find some buyers. So what you do is move me out of the way. It's the first thing. You go under more filters. Well, first of all, let's go to stuff that is for sale. And then we're going to go into more filters. We are going to choose year built. We're going to go 2025 to 2026. And when you hit apply, these are houses that are currently for sale. Either they haven't sold in 2025 or they're new houses in 2026. So what you do is you can come over here and you can see the groupings where most of the new houses are. So if you're looking for infill lots, or if you've got property, or if your idea is to find out where the buyers are buying, this is where they're buying the land if they are builders. So if you're looking for builders to sell to, this is how you do it. Now, if you're looking for farmers, if you're looking for people just to buy any kind of lots, this is not it. These are specifically for builders. So, so what you have to do is let's go into, more likely if you go into these populated areas, like you see Charlotte, there's tons of stuff in Charlotte. You can try to get some property in Charlotte, but it's going to be very competitive. What you want to do is kind of look in these outlying areas where there is building, but there's not like so much that there's so much competition. You want to try to look about an hour away from a huge metropolitan area, and that's where you can find some of the gold. So as you start zooming in, so I know that there's an area up here. When you get closer in, you can kind of zoom in to here, let's see, and they'll start clustering. Once you zoom into an area and they start clustering, then you can say, okay, look, there's 23 homes here under one dot. If you see that dot, there's 23 homes. That means there's a builder that's got a subdivision there. And then also you can see these outlying single ones here, but as you scroll in even further, the smaller lots will pick up some of the, like say if there's 4 homes, it'll start picking up too, but it's not doing it here. So you could go to the 23 homes here. Let's see, where did it go? Okay, let's click on the 23 homes again. All right, so I've clicked on this particular house. It's looks like a new subdivision, and it says, welcome to Piper Creek in Newton. So you want to find the buyer to this You want to find the builder. Who is the builder of this property? Well, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can either reach out to the realtor that's selling this property on Zillow. Sometimes it's actually the builder themselves. They're selling it. But you can either reach out to the builder directly. If you find out you have to look in here, you just look real quick. Because I'm doing this on the fly. This is real. I'm not. I didn't create this, so I didn't check it out beforehand. But doesn't matter. This is real. So I'm not seeing a direct buyer here. It says request tour. So more than likely they have their own agent. So you can reach out to them and actually get their names. Oh, well, duh, right here. Mungo Homes. So these are by this particular company. So we can research Mungo Homes. And so if you reach out to them, more than likely there's going to be a phone number on this website. You could reach out to them and say, hey, I'm a land acquisition specialist, and I want to find out the zip codes that you're interested in for building. Where would your buy boxes be? Where would you want to be able to build? If I was to give you those zip codes and find some property in that area, would you be interested in purchasing property? Bam, that's your first builder. So let's go back. All right, so if we go back, here's another one. Here's 20 homes. All right, who's this by? It's by this company here. So then you can research this property. Look at this, easy. So the reason you're going to be finding these homes, or the buyers, is because they're going to dictate where you find your property. Don't just go out and find property and then try to find buyers. Find your buyers first. If you find your buyers first, you can get their buyer box. You can find out what the zip codes they're looking for, all this information, and it's right here. It's free. So you can do this in any state. I'm gonna go to a state I'm not even familiar with. Let's just back out of North Carolina. Let's just go into South Carolina. All right, here's a cluster down in here. Just like before, let's get closer and closer and going into Spartanburg. So then you can start seeing the clusters start going. Let's see, are they going to go? Even if they're not, you can still, these are brand new houses. So let's go a little closer. See if they come up. All right, so you got 12 new homes here. Oh, clicked on the wrong one. All right, 12 new homes here by DRB Homes. So you can research that company, reach out to them, say, hey, I'm going to be getting land in these certain areas, but I'd like to be able to present land to you. And a lot of times these home companies do have their own land acquisition specialists that you can connect with and say, hey, I'd like to partner with you. If I find these pieces of land, would you be interested in buying from me? Boom. You got your buyers. So that's what I would suggest if you're looking to sell directly to buyers. Now, some of the land that I will teach you in my free course that I have, you can find land even in more rural areas. You get them cheaper, and then you can owner financing them to somebody else. And they won't be able to build. You can put in a contract. They won't be able to build on that property until they finish paying you off. So you don't have to worry about anything. They're not going to build on it. They're not going to do anything. And if they stop paying on it, you still own the land until they finish paying on it, because you can do a land contract where the deed still stays in your name and it never goes into their name until they finish paying it off. They stop paying on it, it's still yours. You don't have to go through the courts. You don't have to do anything like that. You still own the land. Love land. So that's it for this tip. Stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. I should be showing you some more stuff coming. All right. Peace out.